18th, NBA Prize Picks. If you haven't checked out Outlast, if you know about Prize Picks, Outlast DFS University is our channel, our second channel. Go check us out on Outlast DFS University, where it's all power plays. 4-pick power, 5-pick power, 6-pick power, 3-pick power, 7-pick power. 7-pick power will get you 80 times your money. If you haven't tried it out, get your first deposit matched up to $200 by using code PPU, all caps, PPU. Click apply. We also, in the description, have links that you can click to check out Outlast. Also, an extra code, referral code, that will get you an extra $25. Got a lot of plays today, so we're going to get right to it. We got Mikal Bridges over 23.5 PRA, over 15.5 points. Luka Doncic over 7.5 assists, over 8.5 rebounds, 1.5 block and steal. We got Gary Trent over 1.5 block and steal. Jeff Green over 0.5 block and steal. DeAndre Ayton, 17.5 points, 1.5 assists. Vucevic, 18.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, 31.5 PRA. Booker, 26.5 points, 5.5 assists, 4.5 rebounds, 37.5 PRA. DeMar DeRozan, 27.5 points, 4.5 assists, 37.5 PRA. Ayo Dosunmu, over 16.5 PRA. If Zach LaVine is out, I love it. And I still like it if he's in, but you got to be careful because he's on a slump. We got James Harden, 23.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, 40.5 PRA. Spencer Dinwiddie, 15.5 points, 23.5 PRA. Josh Hart, 17.5 points, 6 rebounds over. KD, Kevin Durant, over 30.5 points, 6.5 assists. Andre Drummond, over 10.5 rebounds. Eubanks, over 10.5 points. Kevin Huerter, over 20.5 PRA, 13.5 points. But no John Collins. We got DeAndre Hunter, over 20.5 PRA. Watford, over 14.5 points. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's been hitting his mark lately. Mobley, 15.5 points over. Ja Morant, over 27.5 points if he plays. Julius Randle, over 24.5 points. Lauri Markkanen, over 22.5 PRA. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, over 13.5 points, over 18.5 PRA. RJ Barrett, over 24.5 points. Mitchell Robinson, over 8.5 points, over 2 blocks and a steal, over 9 rebounds. We got Jokic, over 24.5 points, 45.5 PRA. Darius Garland, over 23.5 points, 9 assists, 37.5 PRA. Monte Morris, over 12.5 points. LeBron James, over 28.5 points, over 8.5 rebounds. Westbrook, I know, over 15.5 points, over 6.5 rebounds, over 27.5 PRA. Siakam, over 23.5 points. Van Vliet, over 19.5 points, over 29.5 PRA. We got Christian Wood, over 18.5 points. Bruce Brown, over 23.5 PRA. Love it if Curry is out. Like it if Curry is in. But be careful because he's been smashing with the Curry out. But his numbers is a little higher than it was the last time Curry was in with him. Hope that makes sense. We got Jaylen Brown, over 5.5 rebounds. Also, Bruce Brown, over 6.5 rebounds. Kevin Porter Jr., over 15.5 points. Tyrese Halliburton, over 8.5 points. Jalen Green, over 23.5 PRA. DeJounte Murray, over 9.5 assists, 23.5 points, 41.5 PRA. We got Jakob Poeltl, over 8.5 rebounds, under 2.5 blocks and steals. Herbert Jones, over 11.5 points. SGA, if he plays. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 29.5 points, 6.5 assists. We got Jackson Hayes, over 11.5 points, 18.5 PRA. We got Marcus Morris, 17.5 points over. Reggie Jackson, over 5.5 assists, Scotty Barnes over 7.5 rebounds. Whiteside over 6.5 points, over 13.5 PRA. Robert Williams, Time Lord over 9.5 points, over 21.5 PRA. Jason Tatum over 30.5 points. That's our plays for today. Check us out on OUTLAST DFS University as well. Go sub. We got more plays, better plays, bigger payouts. We got 80 times your money. You turn $5 into 400, 10 into 800, 25 into 2,000, 50 into 4,000. Use code PPU, click apply. Also, we got an extra code for an extra $25, so that's in the description. If you start off with $20, you starting your Outlast career, what I like to call it, with 65 bucks minimum. So go check us out. Use code PPU. Also, I'm gonna drop the injury report right here.